is the Air Force Honor Guard drill team. They made their way inside Coors Field, and we were treated to a very interesting show. Another big crowd, as Mark said. Sellout last night, over 40,000 on Friday night. It's the rubber game between the Rockies and Cardinals. Last year, the Rockies were 2-4 against St. Louis. Looking to turn the tables on the traditionally classy St. Louis club. And German Marquez making his way to the Coors Field mound. With Julio Urias currently in AAA with the Dodgers, this is the youngest starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. And one other note, you remember that in his first outing, and Mark touched on this, of the year, he faced Washington, a red-hot Washington club. They got the better of him. They scored 8 runs that day in 4 innings against Marquez. Since then, he has a 2.03 earned run average. Dexter Fowler will lead things off, the former Rocky, and he'll be followed in the Southwest batting order of Mike Matheny. With the following 8, Tommy Pham. He has swung the bat better than anybody in the Cardinals lineup the last few days. And it's Matt Carpenter, Jed Jerko, Aledmys Diaz, Greg Garcia for Colton Wong again at second. Wong was placed on the disabled list earlier this morning. Randall Grichuk will be in right field batting 7th. Doing the catching's Eric Fryer, so Yadier Molina gets a rare day off. In fact, for Fryer, it's just his 6th start of the year. And Huey, this kid is impressive, Marquez.
Well, you take away those numbers you said against Washington. He had one other start against Arizona where he gave up 5 earned runs. So 13 out of the 15 earned runs he's given up has come in 2 games. The other 4 games, 0, 1, 1. I mean, this kid is remarkable. The last 3 starts, 3-0 with the 0.95, 17 strikeouts, 6 walks. The arsenal hasn't changed. It's been this arsenal the whole time. I think what he's getting more consistent with, though, is the curveball. That has really helped with his fastball, and he'll go get 97 with his fastball when he needs to.
Well, we saw how devastating a pitch the curveball could be when Adam Wainwright tossed 32 curveballs last night. In fact, he threw 34 fastballs and 32 curveballs, almost an even mix. He mixed in also some cutters and some 2-seamers, but Wainwright was great with that curveball. Second pitch of the ball game also misses, so it's 2-0. Marquez falls behind the dangerous Dexter Fowler. Dexter's 3 for 7 in the series. And he swings at that next offering, so it's 2-1. 66 degrees is our game time temperature.
It was so nice getting up this morning, clear sky, looking out over the mountain, see all the snow on the peak still.
And hopefully the turbulent weather so frequent in the spring is behind us. See that a lot in April and May.
There it is, all the way from Mount Evans to the peaks up by Estes Park, Rocky Mountain National Park. Right there.
That is called ball 3. At
down?
98,
yeah.
It was down.
It was down on the Subaru strike zone. Just we're so used to seeing this well received by Tony and kind of pulling it up.
It's fouled off by Fowler. I think you described it accurately in the open. Sometimes you tip your cap to the opponent. You hate to do it, but Wainwright was great again. He's 10-1 lifetime against the Rockies. And that is line down the right field line. And that's a long run for Parra. You always want to hold Dexter to a double when you can, because the way he can run. So it's a leadoff double, and Dexter Fowler, who came in to this series in a profound slump, has produced 4 hits now in 9 at-bats, or actually 8 at-bats, I should say. Let's take a look at the experienced defensive alignment for the Rockies. Alexi Amarista is getting the start for Story at shortstop. Parra in right field, as we just mentioned, for Cargo. Everything else is as you'd expect it. Tony Walters didn't catch last night. It was Ryan Hannigan. And Tommy Pham at 339 swings and misses. Pham in the series 4 for 7, including a home run yesterday. That extended the Cardinals' lead from 1 to 3, a 2-run shot.
And that home run, 436 feet.
Here's the curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
18 games for Tommy. At home, he's hitting 185. Out on the road, 457.
Pham pops this up to, well, it's pretty deep right field, actually. I think it's carrying a little bit. Yeah. And that'll move Fowler to third. So this becomes the key at bat potentially in this first inning with Matt Carpenter coming up. Always one of the more patient hitters in the National League.
He not afraid to take his walk. Over 400 career walks this year, 34. And even hitting third, he'll take his walk, because to me, he's a leadoff hitter. But he's hitting out of necessity for the Cardinals in the 3 spot.
We showed graphically on Friday he's been a much better leadoff hitter than 3-hole hitter in his career. And a line drive to Nolan, easy play, 2 outs.
How about that 97 with a little cut on it into the hands of Matt Carpenter, who very rarely swings at the first pitch. Subaru Supermo. Well, that's right off the label. He got beat bad.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't think it was cut.
I don't think it cut that
was.
much. It just, as you said, it's got plenty of giddy up on it.
I think that I just assumed it was the cut because of getting jammed first pitch. You're thinking, oh, I'm going to try to get the head out of the barrel, and he didn't.
Now you have Jed Jerko, a tough out. Jerko is hitting .362 out on the road, which is 4th best in the National League. Two outs, Fowler at third. And a sharp ground ball to Amarista. He takes his time, throws to first. And Marquez continues that theme for all of the young pitchers in the Rockies rotation. With traffic, they get even tougher. Charlie Blackmon's going to lead things off. Charlie, 330 on the season. How about the last 14? Charlie's hitting .426. Is that any good? Southwest batting order for the Rockies. A couple of starters at least sitting the first portion of the ball game out. DJ will bat second, Nolan third. Mark Reynolds slides up to cargo spot. Gerardo Parra will bat fifth. Ian Desmond sixth. Amarista, where Story's been hitting in that 7th spot. And then it's Tony Walters in front of Herman Marquez. Rockies draw another tough ball and another big dude. Talking about 6'7" Adam Wainwright yesterday. This is 6'5", 275-pound Lance Lynn, who's really been throwing the baseball well. And he's always, like Wainwright, throwing well against Colorado.
Yeah, out here at Coors Field, he's not afraid of it. And for Lance Lynn, it's going to be fastball, cut fastball. How about those numbers? You add them up, and then an occasional curveball changeup. But he'll move his fastball around, not overpowering at 92 miles an hour. Just doesn't seem to get hit very hard. His righties are hitting 124 against Lance Lynn this year, which is the best in the big leagues.
Yeah, that's crazy good right now. He's given up 12 hits in 97 at bats for right-handed hitters. 2-0 on Blackman, and this ball is hit to left field pretty well, but is going to be caught out there by Tommy Pham. That's how you know Charlie's really swinging the bat well. He drove a ball to left field there. He drove a ball to deep left center in the bottom of the first yesterday. Here's the experienced defensive alignment for the Cardinals. Pham, Fowler, Grichuk in the outfield. Jerko and Carpenter on the corners. Greg Garcia is going to get a lot of playing time. Colton Wong out with the left elbow strain. Aledmus Diaz, the shortstop. And catching is Eric Fryer. Said it earlier, just a 6-time Yachty's taking a day off.
We can tell the difference because Fryer looks like he just pulled his catcher's gear out of the bag. Out of the plastic you get it compared to Yachty's.
Yachty's all beat up. He doesn't know what to do right now. Not playing?
What?
2-0. Actually, what Yachty becomes is a tremendous extra coach on the bench, and he will coach.
Yes, he does. We saw him a few years back, it was 3 or 4 years ago when he was coaching up Wooleen when he was catching here.
It was really fun to see, interesting to see. It was right after early batting practice, so it was the middle of the afternoon. And this ball's lined to right with authority, and it is tracked down out there by Grichuk, who is shaded in that direction. That's a fine running catch by Grichuk, and he saved at least a double.
Well, for Grichuk, he plays a lot of left field. This guy usually is in right field, and he's got good wheels. And remember, he doesn't know how close this wall's coming to him because it comes right up there, about a stride and a half, as you see him looking in on the Subaru Supermo, but a stride and a half before he has to crash into the wall.
Well, this is kind of how yesterday started, and you want clearly a different outcome because the Rockies in the first inning barreled a couple of balls, and you thought, okay, man, they're going to get after Wainwright. They're seeing him well, and that clearly was not the case. And we've seen 2 balls hit pretty hard for the first 2 Rockies hitters. Nothing to show for it. Nolan takes ball 1. Of course, last night the streak ended for Colorado. They had 8 straight ball games where they produced at least 10 hits. You know what else last night?
What's that?
Get all this out of the way.
Okay,
early.
yeah.
All the
bad stuff.
We're getting all the bad stuff out of the way early.
New day.
The Rockies yesterday had 4 hits. They were all singles.
Yes.
It was only the 5th time, Huey, this year the Rockies did not have at least 1 extra base hit in the game. And what's curious about that is that 3 of the 5 have occurred at home at Coors Field.
That's almost unthinkable for it to happen 3 times here when you've played 25 games at Coors Field.
And that's why we love baseball. You never know. No. Each day is different. Each season is different. We know that this is a really good baseball team. Yet, the Rockies in all of 2016 were shut out 5 times. The 2017 Rockies, with the best record in the National League and the 2nd best record in all of baseball, they've already been shut out 5 times this year.
And a better lineup, which you had this year.
Sure. It's baseball.
Yeah.
Whenever you're confounded, just answer the question with that statement. It's baseball.
It's baseball.
That's how Buddy does it.
Yep.
3-2 on Nolan. And that was ripped also. Okay.
SLN is lucky to get out of that inning because there's 3 scorched balls.
Rockies barrel 3, and they have Zippo to show for it. So we'll go to the 2nd inning after that line out by Nolan, caught by Jerko.
Rookie has really utilized his curveball. I think he threw one in the first inning. Steve Foster tells us a little bit more about that pitch.
He's been able to locate it more, so when you tend to locate a pitch more, you're going to use it more. He's doing a good job of some of the small changes that we've made mechanically with him. One of them, we moved him from the left side to the right side of the rubber. So that changes the angle and the deception of the pitch, and it's really helped him.
There you go. First pitch he throws is a curveball, and you also heard they made a little bit of an adjustment there with Herman on the rubber.
Well, it makes a big difference too, Mark. When you're talking to, you slide over even 7-8 inches, just your sight line going to the plate makes it different. So, you know, for somebody to have the success that Marquez has had, I know he's still a young, very, very young pitcher, but down in the minor leagues to have that, to say, well, at the big league level, I need to move over and still make another adjustment, and he's doing that and getting great results.
Got him to reach for a breaking ball. Desmond will make the catch. One out. Aledmus Diaz retired, and that'll bring up Greg Garcia. There's another oddity about this weekend. So the Rockies shut out the Cardinals Friday night.
Yes.
And on Saturday, the Rockies were shut out by St. Louis. The only other time that's happened at Coors Field was July 24th and 25th of 2006 against the Cardinals. And it's quickly a 2-strike count on Greg Garcia. One and two on Garcia from El Cajon, California.
Getting the start today. I guess Colton Wong was placed on the DL earlier this morning. See ya.
He's gone. You know what? It's kind of interesting because he replaces Colton Wong. They were teammates together at the University of Hawaii.
Well, it's not cute. Mark was talking about the curveball. Steve Foster was on the Subaru Supermo. You see the rotation on that curveball, 12-6 action, in a dandy for the strikeout.
I know Steve Foster believes this. We were talking to Buddy about this morning. You can throw curveballs at Coors Field. Some of the myths of altitude are being dispelled, and some there's reality. Yeah, the ball, there's less air, so there's less friction against the baseball. Getting a grip is more difficult. But within some of those truths, they've been embellished, I think, and at times early on as a reason for the result, or lack of positive results.
I think two things. One, you do have to start, you have to set your sights a little lower throwing the curveball here than you do out on the road. But two, I like that they're not, these young guys aren't intimidated to throw it here.
Well, I like
so you got 22-year-old, 23-year-old, 22. They're saying, okay, I can do that here.
Embrace the challenge.
This is your ballpark.
That's your home. Let's make it a positive.
Yeah. And it starts down in the minor leagues and what they're doing down there. They're encouraging it.
Yeah. Here's a 2-2. That's a ball, 3-2. And the other thing, they're challenging the kids at the minor league level, not only mentally, but they're challenging them because virtually every minor league affiliate plays in a hitter-friendly environment. So you're going to learn early on how to deal with some adversity. 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Dominant second inning from German Marquez. Got his first couple of strikeouts of the afternoon. Colorado Rockies baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by the 2017 Toyota Tundra in your hometown Toyota stores, by Coors Light, whatever your mountain, climb on, and by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Spectacular. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Mark Reynolds will be first against Lance Lynn. Drew Goodman, Jeff Houston, Mark Stout on this Memorial Day weekend. And that fastball's inside, ball one. Lynn fell behind all three hitters in the first frame, and the Rockies barreled up 3 balls, but Blackman to deep left. LeMahieu robbed down the right field line by Grichuk, and then a line shot by Arenado to third, and a leaping catch there by Jed Jerko.
So that falls under the category that's baseball, because he had more balls than strikes in that first inning, yet he has a 1-2-3. Go figure.
Big Lance Lynn. And a rare off-speed pitch. Guys aren't hitting his off-speed stuff all year. In fact, he has the second lowest average on secondary pitches this season in baseball of 0.82. The only guy who has a lower batting average against his secondary stuff is sitting in the Rockies dugout. He's getting ready to throw tomorrow against Seattle. Tyler Chatwood.
Yeah, he's 0.77. But last year for Lance Lynn, he 277 against his off-speed pitches. And this year, 0.82.
2-2 on Reynolds. And Mark pulls it just foul. A little sting in that. That was at the end of the bat.
Yeah. Even after that last one, Lance Lynn was shaking his head.
Mark had that discussion during the pregame show with Mark Stout, Mark and Mark. He's really worked hard on keeping the bat in the zone, which means you're really staying inside it, right, Huey?
Yes. And that's the only way you can. If you're not keeping it in the zone, you'll go out and around and you'll hook everything.
Mark had a big hit in the 9th inning yesterday, or 8th inning, I should say. It looked like the Rockies were going to rally. They loaded the bases. Unfortunately, could not score against Trevor Rosenthal. Actually, the 8th inning was in there, right? But Mark had a hit in the 9th inning.
Yeah, to lead off the 9th inning.
To lead off the 9th inning. That's right. Mark had one of the
base hit up the middle.
4 hits for the Rockies. Mark also walked, so he reached twice yesterday on a day where the top 4 in the lineup were 0 for 15 with a walk. You won't see that frequently. Lynn gets a strikeout. That's his first. Fans join in on the conversation. Include your thoughts, photos, perhaps, questions. We don't get a lot of photos every once in a while. Twitter or Instagram is how you connect with us, and you must include the hashtag Toyota Talk. Bryce Harper, look at the spikes he's wearing. His Memorial Day edition from Under Armour. Kike Hernandez. We saw Charlie's yesterday honoring the Marine Corps. Awesome. Outside on Parra.
I don't know, you said it again, you know, in our open, but for me, thank you to all our servicemen and women who have served to protect us, to allow us to come out here, play baseball, announce it, live in this great country.
Well put, Jeff. And a 1-out single for Parra. And he's now 12 for 25 lifetime against Lance Lynn. Gerardo, you know, listen, he was going to be in there the next couple of days anyhow.
Yeah.
But you kind of knew if you're Gerardo Parra when he put his head on the pillow last night. I'm sure Buddy told him anyhow.
Yeah.
He's going to be in there against Lynn with those numbers.
Yeah, and that's a great thing about Buddy is he doesn't let his bench players get rusty. Doesn't put them on the shelf for a week. He tells the guys a lot of times prior when they're leaving the ballpark.
And a strike on Ian Desmond. Well, look who's on deck.
Yeah, Lexi.
And Lexi deserves to play. Lexi's hitting over 400 the last month. Desmond had half the Rockies' hits yesterday. Ian was 2 for 4. He's hitting 5 straight.
8 times this season already. He's had a multi-hit affair. Yeah, I always appreciated when a manager told me the night before, hey, you're in there tomorrow. It just makes how you prepare. Even going to bed, waking up the next day, you already start to lock in for the game. Because it's different for a bench guy than it is a guy playing every day. Guy every day, he's going to go home, yeah, I got a hit, I did get a hit, we won, we lost, whatever. I know I'm going to be in there tomorrow. But for the bench players, when you get 2 starts a week, maybe 3 starts a week, you know, that adrenaline rush is a little different.
One and two. And a base hit to right from Desmond. Parra is going to go first to third.
Great base running.
I'll tell you what, that's a great piece of hitting too. Because he did exactly what you were talking about, Jeff. Not only did he stay inside it, he let that ball get deep. And
you have to when you're thinking, well, I'm not sure what the guy's going to give me. The Subaru Supermo. See how deep he hit that one, and he was looking to go that way the whole time. Then Gerardo, this is his read. He saw where the ball was. He knew how deep Randall Grichuk was playing, and he motors into third base.
And now it sets up nicely with the left-handed hitting Alexi Amarista, who can run at the plate. Tough guy to double. Rockies can break the ice here. First and third, 1 out. And good speed at third, good speed at first. Huey, back in your day, who did you face that you knew what you were going to get? They were really good, but you knew you were getting a heater.
Jack McDowell, Black Jack McDowell. He was not afraid to throw a fastball. He threw it a lot, 75–80% of the time, and he would challenge you even with guys on. But he had a lot of success.
Is it easier in preparation,
yes,
even though you know it's not going to be easy to get results?
The results might not be easy, but the preparation was, because you can eliminate a lot of noise in your head.
Right. I'm not going to flip a curveball up here.
So it was more tunnel vision, but then you still had to go out and hit it. But it's like, oh, he doesn't have a slider, a forkball split, or whatever it is.
It's 3-0. Marista steps out, looks down at Stu Cole. And that's a strike. Two singles in the inning. 5 of the first 6 hitters for the Rockies put the barrel on the baseball. Runner going, and it's a hard shot to third. Jerko bobbles, and he really would have had only one play. He was hit so hard, though, he may have had a shot at Parra, who broke.
He had 2 options, I think, because it was hit hard. If he catches it cleanly, that's the first thing you have to do. He could come home and get Parra, and then what does Gerardo do? Does he get in a rundown and allow these guys to go? Or because it was hit so hard, I know Lexi runs hard, but to turn 2, I think he was a little indecision on his part, because he forgets the most important thing, to catch it. Just looking at it there again on the replay, I think he was going to go to second base on the Subaru Supermo. And he forgot that runner coming out of the left-handed box, he hit it so hard that you didn't need to rush it. But it kind of goes back to the Cardinals, though. They're bad defensively.
29th after their error last night on defense in terms of fielding percentage. And that's not an error, but you removed any possibility of cutting the run down. This has been trending the last few years in the wrong direction for St. Louis. This isn't the Cardinal way.
No. Now 29th in Major Leagues, 15th in the National League. That 37 errors now. The Rockies will take it.
Here's the 1-0 on Tony. That's a strike. All right, now I want you to be Gerardo Parra on third. First and third, 1 out. Ball at the corners.
I'm going, yes, because I would rather, if that happens, see if they turn the double play, they're out of the inning. So I'm going to make them make a decision on what they want to do. Now, if they come home and they get me there at home, I still have first and second and 2 outs. That's why you'll see guys go at third base like that.
Okay, one more comebacker. Doesn't clear the pitcher.
Comebacker, you wait to see if he starts it, then
take off.
Then take off.
Okay.
Because I'm still not betting he's going to make a throw to second base.
No, it's 50-50 proposition for pitchers in Major League Baseball.
Right.
1-2 on Walters. Desmond off second. Outside. We say it all the time. These guys can hit a gnat in the backside with a 98-mile-an-hour heater, but they can't throw to a base.
Now that's why I don't like the just intentional walk in the new rules the way it is.
Two-two. And Tony loops one right at Diaz. That'll end the inning. But the Rockies produce the first run of the ball game. A couple of hits. Almaristo with the ribby. 1-0 Colorado. On Root Sports is brought to you by Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. By StubHub, looking for great seats, head to StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of the Colorado Rockies. By Papa John's, use code ROXWIN for 50% off at papajohns.com the next day. And by the Wyoming Office of Tourism. Wyoming is full of adventure. It's time to find out if you are too. That's why. TravelWyoming.com. Rockies take a 1-0 lead as we go to the top of the third on a beautiful Sunday afternoon at Coors Field. Rockies trying to win another series. That's all they've been doing. 11-2-2 in their first 15 series of the year. Welcome upstairs. You know Jeff Hewson. I'm Drew Goodman. Gary Howard's with us again. And if you have a really good memory, Gary joins us around this time every year because he has a great program, Miracles on Ice, that he started now 11 years ago, huh?
Right, 11 years coming up this June.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's
and it's
great.
And it's for kids to get exposed to not only the great sport ice hockey, but other things as well for kids that maybe would never have an opportunity to set foot on ice.
That's right. Yeah, the program is about hockey, but we bring them put them in a classroom situation for a week, and we teach leadership skills, and it goes much beyond playing hockey. So the hockey's the fun part for them.
This is popped up by Fryer to right. Para will make the catch. One guy.
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of impact on these kids' lives. Some of the experiences that they, I'm sure, share with you afterward have to be heartwarming.
Yeah, it is so rewarding. I mean, we work with the kids from inner city Denver housing projects, and they come from financially challenged and home life environmental challenges, and these kids are great kids. They've got good hearts, they've got good minds, and we are lucky. We just get to work with them and help develop those. And the kids come away with, hard work, tears, sweat, leadership, and hopefully they start making choices that really reflect the good things that they could do in life.
And I'm sure it's heartwarming for your volunteers that help out and help mentor those kids.
Yes, I think we judge ourselves a lot from we get 60 volunteers a year to work with 32 kids, and we get volunteers from high school, college, and also working professionals.
This ball's well hit, but Desmond will get out there in left center field. Lance Lynn is the second out of the inning. You mentioned volunteers. How can folks get involved? Because I'm sure people are listening right now and saying this is intriguing.
Yes, we have a website, miraclesonice.camps.com. Go to the website, take registrations. Camp this year is at the University of Denver, where it's always been, July 12th through the 16th. The camp is a full-day program, and we encourage you to come out and volunteer and meet some kids and maybe mentor kids after the camp is what part of the program is as well.
What kind of stories, success stories now as you embark on your 11th year have you seen? Because now some of these kids, they're teenagers and maybe even beyond.
Yes, some of them from our early camps have gone on to college, and one young man is a music major and got scholarships at the University of Denver. He comes back and helps our program every year, and he's a junior at the University of Denver. Other kids we see going to school up in Fort Collins, CU. So the kids are graduating from high school, which is a big first step, higher percentage than the normal Denver metro area. And then we follow these kids, and they're going off to junior colleges, and trade schools.
So how did this all start for you?
Well, we came up with the idea actually of watching the Olympics in Italy. Oh gosh, must have been 12 years ago or something like that.
Torino, the Torino games.
Yes, Torino goes. That's right. You're right. And so we met some of the hockey guys there. We happened to be over there, and then we started talking about this and just did some research, and there wasn't anything like this in Denver, and there still isn't today. Actually, nothing like this in the state of Colorado. So it just kind of came to us that we just set up a foundation, and we help college kids, and we said, let's bring it down and start helping kids before they get to college. And then I love hockey, and we just put it together from there. DU's been terrific, by the way. So it's in a good partnership with them.
2 balls on a strike with 2 outs on Tommy Pham after another Dexter hit. 5 hits now in the series and 9 at bats for the former Rocky center fielder. Miracles on Ice is the program. Gary Howard started it more than a decade ago. It's had a huge impact on a number of young folks in our community. And this is to short. Marista's got it. Gary, we wish you nothing but continued success. Thank you much for dropping by as well.
Thank you, guys, and we appreciate it, and we appreciate all the support the community.
Well, before we go ahead, give the website one more time.
miraclesonice.camps.com. So, thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, you. See you.
1-0 as we go bottom 3. It's Memorial Day weekend, the official start of summer, and Bud is mowing the lawn. He did this on Friday, managing the yard. The manager did. You may do that too this weekend. I showed him the picture today, and we had a little discussion about it.
You know, I like this. This is therapeutic for me, right? You know, and you know, some people like to vacuum. I like to mow the grass.
What do you got, 21-inch cut there?
Yeah, how'd you know? You're a grass cutter, aren't you, Mark?
I love. You can ask anyone. It is therapy.
It's
I love mowing.
therapeutic, right?
Love it.
Yeah, I might do it this afternoon after this W.
Do the updates on John Gray.
How in the hell do you segue from mowing the lawn to John Gray?
Well, it's the same thing, isn't it?
That's beautiful.
Another classic with Buddy shots today before the game. Oh. Craftsman 21-inch mower, yeah.
Mark, I was impressed by that. Our friends at Steel are impressed that you knew the 21-inch mower from the 24-inch mower.
There he is, getting it done. He was asked what he thinks about, and he didn't have a real good comeback. This is grounded to Jerko, and Marquez is out. But that was fun with Bud today.
Buddy's the
When
best.
isn't it fun with Buddy?
Right, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean,
Every day.
you know, some managers think that talking to the media is a chore, but I think Buddy, you know, it's part of the job description. It has to be.
He
but
enjoys
he
it. He has
enjoys
fun.
the banter. He enjoys talking the baseball.
One out as Marquez is retired. Charlie will take the leadoff man stroll to the plate. Obligatory in the game of baseball after the pitcher makes the first out. Buy him another 30 seconds of rest.
Step in, step back out, adjust the batting gloves.
Charlie hit a drive to fairly deep left field his first time up, caught out there by Tommy Pham. And he takes strike one. Charlie hitting .360 in his career against the Cardinals. You like cutting the lawn?
Oh, yeah, I do. I do too.
It's something about
I
a
don't know
place
what
that
it
you
is.
can lose yourself in thought, right?
It is. But it's also nice a few times when you don't have the time to say, hey, Cody, Kyle, you go cut it.
How's that work
Quit.
out?
It's okay, because I say, oh, you want to live here? Go cut the grass. Pretty simple.
They know you. You're not kicking them out.
No, I wouldn't do that.
2 strikes on Charlie.
Oh.
Yeah, he looked quickly back at home plate umpire Ted Barrett, because if Ted Barrett said he went, he was going to take off for first, which he should do. And that's why Charlie's head whipped back around. Watch this.
Oh, I think it's a foul ball. I think he got, yeah, that's why Ted threw his hands up. I was with you at first, just watching it with the naked eye. Do I have to run?
So it was a foul ball. 2 strikes. And this is looped into shallow center. That will work for a base hit.
That's fitting is what it is. After a couple of balls that he has hit hard, one earlier this game, one last night to left center field, to catch this just off the handle, but strong enough to plop it down into center field. I don't know how you can throw, you know, shrug your shoulders after everything that you've given up hit hard today. What's going on now? The trainer's running out there. Unless he was hurt. Oh, he's got a blister.
You think now, whenever you see a blister on a pitcher, you think Rich Hill.
Ooh.
What's that stuff?
Well, I think that's part of his skin. They're getting the toenail clippers out to cut some of the skin off.
You have better eyes than I do.
200 feet away, not a foot in front of me.
And I know some people may wonder, who are not as familiar with throwing a baseball, what the seams can do for a pitcher on those fingertips, say blister. So why can't the guy pitch through that?
It's right on the seam. You get that rotation off it every single time. Subaru Super Mode. See that index finger right on the seam of the baseball, and then just pulling down on it causes that skin to get irritated, and sometimes too at altitude because it's so dry here.
And this doesn't surprise anybody. He shoos the manager and the trainer away. That does not mean he's perfectly fine. We'll see. See if all it has to do with a pitcher is affect him a little bit.
So right here, this is the finger he's been having issues with, and you put it here, and so when that ball comes off, it just really yanks on all this skin right here, and that's what he's dealing with right now. And when he goes into the dugout, it could be they put some super glue at times. They'll put that on it. They'll put new skin on where they're trying to get something so it's not just directly on the skin where that hurt. It's like a blister after you've been walking in shoes that don't feel too comfortable. Get it on the back of your heel.
It can make it very difficult for a pitcher to throw. Rich Hill's been dealing with it for a while.
And it's interesting because this is what you do. This is how you think. You know, you spend your whole. Nolan Ryan dealt with some blisters on his finger.
This is going to be a double play. That'll end the inning. Charlie had a base hit. We are through 3. The Rockies lead at 1-0. Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Clean, Crisp, Coors Light. Did you know that it's National Hamburger Day? Huey?
I did.
Well, listen up. Although the exact origin of the hamburger is not clear, it appears to have come to the States from German immigrants. The trademark for cheeseburger was awarded to Louis Ballast of the Humpty Dumpty Drive-In in Denver. March the 5th, 1935. There's a small monument at 2276 North Spear Boulevard where the Humpty Dumpty once stood. We're not making this up.
I need photos. Okay, I got photos.
Good looking crew working at the Humpty Dumpty back in the day, huh?
Yeah.
There's Matthew Carpenter at the plate. He hit a soft liner to third his first time up. 1-0 the count. Two balls and a strike. And that's ball 3, 3-1. Strike two, come on back.
Not so fast. Definitely inside the Subaru strike zone. Put it there again. That'll be a good spot.
Center field, it's diving, but Charlie will get there. A little top spin on it. See, it's National Hamburger Day, and then the cheeseburger like they just used to do at Humpty Dumpty. We got but the cheese melt a little bit more on that. What are we doing here?
A little fast with it. I like it just to kind of cover and.
I like it melted a little bit more, yeah. Curveball, strike one on Jed Jerko.
That has my mouth watering for a hamburger now.
Called down to Helton's. No swing, 1-1. Nice piece by Patrick Saunders, by the way. Today's Sunday Denver Post. He had a conversation with Todd recently. He's living back in Knoxville. And he's excited to see how well the Rockies are doing. Kind of kiddingly said, hey, where was that great starting young pitching when I was playing? Of course, the Rockies had some good years with Todd. The 07 season, of course, 2009. And he went, and Jed Jerko is the third strikeout of the ball game by German Marquez.
It's just nice to catch up a little bit with Todd, what's going on, helping out down University of Tennessee.
Going to be a coaching change there.
Yeah, I saw that. Their head coach was let go. So many years wearing the pinstripes here in Colorado.
Aledmus Diaz takes a strike at 95. Easy cheese, man. Easy cheese from Marquez. This is looped to center field. Similar base hit to Charlie's last inning. Just the third hit allowed by Marquez. Diaz and the two knocks by Fowler, a double and a single. 2 outs, and Greg Garcia will come up. University of Hawaii, I've talked about this before in football when they recruit. They used to have to make some dummy phone calls, like if they were recruiting Jeff Houston, I should say. I just almost called you Jeff Houston.
Yeah.
Jeff Houston.
It's a different guy.
Right. Out of the state of Arizona. And the reason being is some kids would just take one of their 5 recruiting trips to Hawaii just to go to Hawaii. And so they'd have, you know, a coach call, this is pulled foul, and pretend he was from another school. I don't know how legal this was, but and say, hey, you know, heard you were interested in Hawaii. We kind of have some interest. And the kid go, nah, not really. I'm just taking the trip. And then they would cancel on. But I wonder how that works in baseball, because Garcia, a California kid, but ended up going to Honolulu and playing his college baseball.
I don't know. That would. I mean, it sounds like a lot of fun, but being over there and going to school.
Long trips. You played Hawaii when you were in Wyoming.
Yeah, but it was quick though. As you go over there, you play a few games and you stay a couple days, and then you're back. But
was there fun in the sun? Did they allow you any fun in the sun?
Kids from Wyoming going out to Hawaii. But if you do that, you still have to be a little serious about school, because there'd be too many distractions.
In Hawaii?
I'm just saying.
I watch Hawaii 5-0 every week. What kind of distractions are there? Runner going 2-2, swung on and missed. That'll end the inning. Another strikeout for Marquez, his 4th. He's got it going on. Rockies have a 1-0 lead. Nolan will lead it off. very close attention. We have a lot of fun with this. It's our CenturyLink high-speed challenge question. What is your favorite hamburger topping? Because I don't know if we've told you this, but it's National Hamburger Day. Cheese, as they used to do back in 1935 at the Humpty Dumpty. Bacon, never bad. Lettuce/tomatoes, that gets two items in one category, or pickles. How about all the above? Come on.
I think that kid that we just shot a moment ago, his favorite was ketchup.
I like ketchup and mustard.
I do
like
too.
a
And
mix.
relish.
I'm not a relish guy.
Relish.
Nolan hit a searing liner at Jed Jerko his first time up. Good at bat late in the ball game yesterday for Nolan. Drew a walk against Trevor Rosenthal. I think it was a 9 or 10 pitch at bat, fouled off a bunch of 100-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Yeah, it was a 9 pitch at bat. There was even one in there at 101.
One ball, one strike.
Still keep an eye on Lance Lynn and that finger.
We're looking at you too, buddy.
Yep. Hey.
That kid's a future scout.
He's got the glasses, scouting there. Stopwatch.
Got a radar gun. Did I listen?
You know what? But pretty soon you can do it from your phone.
Right. Some of the radar apps leave a little something to be desired, because I've downloaded a couple. But there'll be one down the road. You just hold it up and you're a scout. 3-1, ball 4. Lead off base runner for the Rockies in the 4th. And that'll bring up Mark Reynolds. That is the first walk allowed by Lance Lynn. Lance out of Brownsburg, Indiana, where he was the Gatorade Player of the Year his senior year. That's how good he was his senior year in high school. 16-0 on the mound, an 0.71 ERA. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And he hit 400 with 14 bombs.
That's why he took his talents to Ole Miss.
He's drafted out of high school, but did go to Oxford, Mississippi for his college career, and that's a base hit from Reynolds. Fans, when the Rockies score 7 runs or more, go to participating Colorado Taco Bell locations the following day. Do it between 4 and 6, and you'll get your Rockies taco special at Mazda Taco Bell. So Gabe, my youngest, we're talking about what kind of accoutrements we like on our food, right? That's the question of the day. CenturyLink poll question. He goes and gets chicken tacos every time, but he has to tell them, I want nothing else on them, just the chicken.
Just chicken.
You didn't grow up in our house for real, did you? Parr out of line single to center. Outside. Yankees have a opportunity here to open it up. About even with the bag at third is Jerko. Parra not afraid to lay down a bunt, which we talk a lot about these no-out first and second situations. The percentage to score giving up and out, if you can move the base runners along, actually goes up slightly. Or you can do this. High and deep right field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. 3-run jack for Gerardo Parra.
Well, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Gerardo hitting over 300 at Coors Field.
And he's hitting about 8,000 against Lance Lynn in his career.
I'm sure that's why he didn't think about bunting when he can hit his 6th home run of the year. And he hit this, he knew it because he held his bat up the whole way. Well, Lance Lynn, all he can see is how far it goes. Gerardo, not a bat flip, just a bat drop.
6th home run for Gerardo. He's now 13 for 26 against Lynn.
And
a strike on Ian Desmond.
And You were talking about Lance Lynn when he first went out there in the first inning, his success at Coors Field. He had 3 games, he was 1-0 with the 1.77 ERA. His last start here, but it was way back in 2014. In 8 innings, no runs, only 3 hits given up. Subaru Supermo, foot down, and then the weight transfer coming through.
Cleared his hips, didn't he?
He did. He cleared the hips. He had the launch angle. His bat path was correct through the zone.
You know, I love that swing too, Huey, because I'm going to let you break it down one more time. We always talk about a swing being built from the ground up. Look at his leg drive.
Yeah, yeah, the Subaru Supermo one more time. And you're talking about the leg drive. Okay, so see, watch the hips. The hips have gone right there. But then this back leg, everything is coming off of it to get everything through there and create as much power and torque as you can. And even from the side, your swing is from the ground up. So he's got a good base right down here. That's all good. And then he gets back parallel towards the pitcher with the feet lining up. But you can see how the weight is kind of starting to shift forward that way. And now everything's coming through.
Pretty swing, pretty result. Amarista with 1 out. Strike 1 on Lexi. He drove in the Rockies' first run. 4-0 Colorado. 6 home runs, 23 driven in for Parra. How nice is it for Buddy Black when Cargo, who played a bunch of games in a row, can give him a break, and you go and bring in a guy like Parra, who would start and has started for this team for quite a bit. But I mean, this is an everyday guy who's, you know, a 4th outfielder now. More often than not, it's a pretty good player, pretty good bench when you can make that kind of selection and not have a significant drop off.
Yeah, and veteran guy too that probably wants to start. We all wanted to start.
Sure.
You know, and he started a lot in his career, but he's not going to pout about it. He says, when the manager puts my name in the lineup, that's go time for me. And if I'm not, I'll be ready to pinch hit later on in the game.
Amarista strikes out. 2 gone. That'll bring up Walters. Well, I think you always want guys who want to play.
Yeah.
You want guys to
That's what
understand.
we're wired for.
Right.
But you can only put 9 guys out on the field at a time. They don't allow for 10, 11, or 12.
Parr is one of the more popular players in that clubhouse. Talking to Charlie about him the other day, Black. He said he's one of my all-time favorite teammates. He just brings a lot of life to the clubhouse every day. He said he's hysterical.
You can't have everybody. You can't be homogenized in the clubhouse. You have to have different personalities. And that's where you have the jokesters, you have the serious guys, you have the guys in between. You have some guys for the pitchers, some guys for the position players.
Tony skies to left field, and that will end the inning. But Gerardo Parra, after a walk to Nolan, a base hit by Reynolds, he hits one into the seats in right, and the Rockies extend their lead to 4-0 as we go to the 5th. This is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. That's a hard high five and a bear hug. Parr and Vinny Castilla. 3-run home run from Gerardo. And the Rockies lead it 4-0. Drew Goodman, Jeff Houston, and Mark Stout. German Marquez has allowed just 3 hits in the ball game. He'll have the bottom third of the lineup in the 5th. Presented to him by St. Louis, Randall Grichuk, Eric Fryer, Lance Lynn. St. Louis will go home. They'll get the Dodgers at Busch Stadium the next few days. Dodgers and Cubs playing at Dodger Stadium just underway. It's quite a pitching matchup. John Lester for Chicago, Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Milwaukee beating up Arizona today in the 6th, 7-1.
Saw some of the highlights of Chase Anderson yesterday.
He was brilliant.
Ooh.
And you mentioned this yesterday. DJ always getting after the Cubs, it seems like, and Dexter's had a great series against his former team. That you just seem to raise your game a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Chase Anderson's a former Diamondback. This is toward Desmond. Can he get there? Yeah, he's got it. Randall Grichuk is already halfway to second base.
His diving catch the other night was a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. This one's probably a 7 or 8. Not bad, but he got a great jump on it.
Huey, you didn't play a ton of outfield, but you did play some outfield with your versatility in your career. That ball had some hook to it because he was out front on it.
Yeah, and that's the one when you take off for it as an outfielder, you have to make sure that you continue to run hard, because that hook doesn't happen until the last probably 45, 50 feet. So if you think, well, I've got it, and you start to break it down and coast, then you might not reach it.
One strike, Eric Fryer at the plate. And Fryer gets jammed, popped up. Reynolds can't see it. And you know what? He must not have communicated properly with DJ, because he was battling it. DJ could have caught it and had a better angle to it.
And that's where you yell. It's one time you yell in the game, help, help, help me. Because most of the time, what happens with a big, large crowd, if you say anything, the fielder just assumes that you're saying, I got it. You might not hear it clear enough. But if you could yell, help me, then DJ could have come over there because he had the right angle on it. And by the time DJ looked at it, it was too late. And for Fryer, that's about a gift of a hit as you're going to get.
And Tony thought about going a second. You just hope you don't give up a run on that.
Because of it.
Yeah, I mean, you made a great pitch. And it happens. Use the ball in the sun. So Lynn gets the sack bunt down. Fowler coming up, a double and a single.
Rockies baseball is always live with MLB.com at bat mobile app. Stay connected all season with video highlights, stats, news, and much more.
Marquez has won 3 consecutive starts. In Philadelphia, allowed a run in 6 innings, 7 hits, struck out 6, walked 3. He hasn't been at home in a while. Last time he was at home, he had that no-hitter going against the Cubs, broken up by Chris Bryant in the 7th. 8 shutout innings that day against Chicago, just 3 hits, struck out 8, walked 1.
99 pitches to navigate through that 8 innings.
His pitch count right now is excellent. The breaking balls, 1-1. Dexter 5 for 9 in the series. And on the back door, another curveball, 1-2. See it on the Subaru strike zone. See where they go here. Back foot him. with a slider. 2-2.
Behind the plate, Tony's really being subtle with where he sets up. He doesn't want to set up too early. Remember, you got a catcher out at second base. You don't want him relaying any sort of signs. See how he's waiting? He's not going too early. Now he moves out.
And that gets redirected, and another base hit for Dexter. And what's first and third?
So close twice to being out of this inning. This one goes off the glove. He's trying to point to Lexi. And there it is. That's happening so fast. By the time you release the ball, you're 57, 56 feet away from home, and that ball's traveling back at you probably 80, 90 miles an hour off the bat. Not much reaction time.
So it's first and third, 2 outs. Tommy Pham, a fly ball to right and a sharp ground ball to short. He's had a good series with the bat. Two and 0. Williams side 3-0.
As close as you can get. Without hitting the guy. The Subaru Supermo. Ooh. Those hit by Pittsburgh just grazes the jersey too.
And he just walked him. That's his first walk. And now the bases are loaded. Boy, that little pop up.
Yeah.
You didn't think it was going to be much. And now you have the tying run at the plate in Matt Carpenter.
The last 2 pitches is the first time today that we've seen Herman overthrow the ball. He come out of his delivery, opened up. That's why both pitches were up and in to the right-handed hitter.
And you got a quality hitter at the plate in Carpenter. He leads the club in home runs with 9. He leads the club in RBIs with 27. Probably would already be in the dugout a while ago because the pop-up, if it's not lost in the sun, is a second out, and then assume you're going to get Lance Lynn out. He's hitting 0.59, the pitcher. Steve Foster. Common, the youngest starting pitcher in baseball, down, hopefully. There's a strike.
Good way to start off after the discussion. Painting on the black on the Subaru strike zone. Go back out there at the same spot.
And same result. 0-2.
Yeah, Carpenter's hitting just 123 on outside pitches. That's the 8th lowest in the major leagues. Obviously with the qualifier over enough at bats, but Matt plays a lot.
Watch here. I think he's going to stay firm, and he's been 93, 94. You may see 97, 98 here.
There you go.
97.
Good call, Drew. And some pitchers have that ability. I was talking to Oral Hershiser about this one time. That I asked him where he pitched. He said, you know, 88, 91. I didn't go as hard as I could all the time, so when I needed to reach back for something, I had a little extra to go to. I had a different gear.
Foul ball.
Everything to start with was away. Then they wanted that pitch up, not as much in as what it shows there. They just wanted that ball up.
He buries a curveball here.
A reminder for Tony: if you bury it, all you need to do is step on home plate for the out.
He worked around that. That was a curveball. 1-2. When your Glad's way out of the zone.
Trying to throw that perfect one.
2 line outs for Carpenter. Kind of a soft line out to third. He hit the ball well to center his last time up. Bases loaded. Rockies up 4-0. 2 outs. And a ground ball to second. DJ's got it. And that ends the threat. Nicely done by German Marquez. Nice mound visit from Steve Foster. 4-0. Middle of 5. With his 200th Rocky home run. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. Baseball is fun for Charlie Blackmon right now. This is pulled hard. Oh, what a play. You kidding me? Look at that. Just showing off. Rockies up 4-0. Marquez did a marvelous job pitching out of that jam. You got a tough man in Matt Carpenter. He got ahead of him, then he gets him to ground to second base. And that theme we keep talking about, get up the middle. It will. Base hit. These young guys with really good stuff, they don't wilt under pressure. They get better under pressure. I mean, to a man.
Yeah, a 147 batting average against with runners in scoring position for German. You know, 4 for 6 in that Washington series, but after that, just 1 hit. I mean, 1 for 31 now. And then he throws out his second hit of the season.
His other hit drove in 2 runs. Charlie lays down a bunt, and a low throw just got him. So a sac bunt for Charlie. That's how they'll score that.
Charlie could have angled this just, probably just a little bit more towards the line. That's a base hit. Still a close play at first. Gets him by a quarter of a step on the Subaru Supermo. Maybe more like a half step.
DJ with one out. Lance Lynn misses there, 1-0. Rockies, despite the loss last night, they've still won 9 out of their last 13. All 4 of these young guys, Marquez, Jeff Hoffman, who threw last night down in Albuquerque, had a decent outing, not an outing like we saw in his game in Philadelphia. Kyle Freeland and obviously Antonio Senzatella, all 4 of those guys have ERAs below 3.86.
Their youth doesn't tell the whole story. Their arms do.
This is to right field, and it's caught out there by Grichuk. He's robbed DJ twice now. That's a nice sliding catch. He robbed him of a double or triple in the first inning today on a running catch near the wall in that right field corner.
This time he has to come in and then slide like you're going into a bag to make this catch. Those are the easier ones when you can slide and you don't have to worry about your glove tipping the grass or anything. So you're catching it right at your chest. Ron at second base didn't just take off running though. He did the right thing. He watched to see if that ball would get down and just didn't go. See if the Rockies can have a little more 2-out magic. They have 97 2-out RBIs, tied for 5th in the major leagues. The leader is Tampa. Washington, LA, Astros round out the other 4, other 3.
Outside on Nolan, 2-0. Wasn't Spilly during the pregame show calling for Nolan to hit a home run? He said he's due.
That's what he said. That was what he was rooting for.
Looking around, I don't see empty seats again tonight. This is going to be, I'm guessing, another sellout. More than 48,000 last night. 2-0.
A lot of reason to be excited about this club.
There's a long list of reasons.
Left-hander Tyler Lyons is up to 73 pitches, but remember again, Lance Lynn has been dealing with the blister for a couple innings now.
That's a called strike, 2-2.
Well, he's going to put it there. There's nothing you can do for Nolan. If you swing at it, you're not going to be able to do any damage with it.
Fryer with the block, 3-2. Two outs. Marquez leads off second.
Well, you Gear up for this season at your local Rockies dugout store, the place for all things Rockies. Get your gear on.
Nolan leading the league with 17 doubles. Third on the club with 34 RBIs, Major League RBI leader the last 2 years. And this is popped up shallow right. See if yeah. Grichuk looks like he has it, and he does. So the Rockies get a base hit from Marquez. He's left at second. We are through 5 innings. The Rockies have all the runs, 4-zip.
Ian Desmond because he wears number 20 in tribute to Frank Robinson. And I talked to him a little bit about that today. He got that number when he was in Washington. Originally, he wore 6. They gave him 20, he said almost reluctantly, but Robinson gave him his blessing to wear that. Now, Frank Robinson's number 20 is retired in Cleveland, and yesterday, the Indians gave him another honor. First African-American manager in the bigs back in 75-76, player manager for the Indians. They put a statue out in Heritage Park. Frank was there, so was his good friend, Hank Aaron. Hank and Frank went into the Hall of Fame in 1982. Frank Robinson is now 81 years old, and I was talking to Ian again about him. He said he texted him last week. He has actually been in the batting cage with him in San Diego. Frank Robinson lives in L.A., and they still have a relationship to this day. But that's why Ian Desmond wears that number 20.
Well, he did some groundbreaking, and I'm glad that Ian Desmond honors the great Frank Robinson, who was one of the all-time great players.
Yeah. I had the pleasure of getting to know him a little bit when I was playing in Baltimore.
Jerko hits this ball pretty well to center, and it's gone. For Jerko, his 8th home run of the year, and now St. Louis is on the board. It's 4-1. And that's just the 3rd home run allowed by Marquez this year.
Jumps on the first pitch. That was middle. Just kept going. Charlie, off the bat, thought he might have an opportunity to jump and get that. Marquez, he was sitting 4th in the major leagues with fewest home runs allowed per 9 innings. James Paxton was number 1. Jesse Hahn 2. Alex Wood, who's still pitching great, was 3rd on that list, and Herman came in 4th.
Aledmys Diaz, 2 quick strikes. He didn't offer there. 1 and 2. You mentioned James Paxton. He's coming off the disabled list for Seattle. He will pitch on Wednesday when the Rockies go to Seattle after playing 2 against the Mariners here in Denver. And that's pulled down the line. Nolan to a knee. He's got time and on the money by a step. On the Nolan scale, that's like a 6.5.
Yeah.
On the average third baseman scale, it's a 12.
Yeah, you're hanging stars all over that one. I thought he was going to throw it from his backside, from his rump. He stood up because he knew how much time he had, fires it over there to get Diaz.
He's also got a 90+ mile-an-hour arm.
It helps, but even at that, when you make that throw, you have to make sure that it doesn't start to tail back into the runner. And it didn't.
1 out. Garcia takes a strike. He has struck out twice, and now he lifts this ball to deep right center field, and this one's going to get out. Back wall of the bullpen. That was really crushed, and it's 4-2.
First home run of the year for Garcia.
So in 1 inning, the home runs against Marquez have doubled. A curveball.
Yeah, and that one didn't have the bite that he needed to. See it pretty strong, hitting it out that back wall.
Grichuk takes a strike. Tyler Lyons is still up in the Cardinal bullpen. And I don't know if that's because you're 2 doors away from Lynn. Usually when a guy throws for that period of time, he's coming into the ball game, and maybe that blister's been aggravated. That was a 462-foot home run.
Well, Lynn only has 77 pitches, so it tells me that blister is affecting him. How far did you say?
462. He went. 2 outs. Want to get this in on Marquez since that first start he made. If you remember, he opened the season in the bullpen, was never utilized out of the bullpen. He was sent out, and then the Rockies needed him. He made that start against Washington and gave up 8 runs in 4 innings. Since that start, with runners in scoring position, the opposition is 2 for 33 against him, and that includes that hit by Dexter, which is kind of an infield hit. They were 1 for 32 prior to that. That didn't score a run. Two outs. Fryer at the plate, and the 1-1 pitch is a strike. 1-2 on the Cards catcher. Cardinals are 5-0 when Fryer starts this year. He'd like to turn that little streak around.
This is 141st game in over 7 seasons. That is the definition of a backup catcher. A career high 60 games last year for St. Louis and Pittsburgh, but 647 minor league games since 2007. And Scott Oberg and Chris Russell still going for the Rockies, and then Tyler Lyons still firing out in the Cardinals pen.
91 pitches for Marquez. And this ball's well hit, and Desmond's going to have to field it on 1 hop off the wall.
Now you're going to get the pinch hitter and Johnny Peralta.
Now if you're Bud Black, a decision, and this is where Buddy's so good at instilling confidence. Does he feel comfortable with Marquez's stuff to let him go after Peralta, or does he want to go with Scott Oberg? He has a ton of trust in Chris Russin. Usually you're going to bring Russin to face a lefty. I think he's going to stay with Marquez.
Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah, maybe not.
No signal yet.
And Buddy will do this. You've seen this before. He may come out and not make a move, but want to look in the eye of his 22-year-old.
like these conversations that's going on. And Buddy has such a good feel.
And he wants Russin.
Yeah, this is a good feel of what a pitcher's doing out there. You know, how he's feeling. He's calling for Chris Russin.
I don't know how much that last inning Huey took out of him when the pop-up was lost in the sun and ultimately the bases were loaded, and he did a great job. He got Carpenter. It was a battle with Carpenter. He got him. And then he gives up 2 long home runs this inning, and he gets a nice round of applause, as well he should, walking off. This kid is special. 4-2 Colorado, 2 outs in the 6th. Show will recap the Rockies' longest road trip of the year. Cargo talks about his bat heating up. Bud Black will discuss the confidence he has in his team and beat a cyclist who is biking to all 30 big league ballparks. That's the club today, immediately after the post-game show. Antonio Senzatella and German Marquez, very close friends. Chris Russin's now on the mound, and he's going to try to get the pinch hitter Johnny Peralta to end the 6th inning. Eric Fryer a double a moment ago. Pair of solo home runs in the inning. Jed Jerko and Greg Garcia. Rockies leading 4-2. Russin's been outstanding this year, and that's off the outside corner.
In many different roles for Chris. 2-0 on the season, also has 3 holds. Tells you that he can come in this situation in a ball game. He can also pitch late for you. Peralta this year hitting against right-handers just 2 for 19, or left-handers, excuse me.
2-0, and conversely, righties hitting just 197 against Russin. In there. The Rockies lead protectors, the plus side of their bullpen is well rested.
So you have Adams back in play.
McGee. Greg Holland obviously hasn't had a lot of work lately. 2-1 is the count. Center field, and Charlie's right there. That'll end the inning. So Russin gets the pinch hitter Johnny Peralta in the inning, a couple of home runs. It's 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Ball break brought to you by T-Mobile. This is a great story. Jamison Tyon had surgery May 8th for testicular cancer. Chad Bettis has been in touch with him on a couple of occasions, I've been told. And he started today already in a rehab start for AA Altoona for the Pirates. And look what he did. 3 innings, just 1 hit, struck out 6. Good for you, Jamison Tyon, and continued success in your recovery. We know Chad is doing well. Can't wait to see Chad Bettis soon.
New pitcher for St. Louis, Tyler Lyons. The appearance, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Fastball, changeup, slider. Nothing overpowering on the fastball, 89. Changeup's about 85. Sliders right at 80.
Strike 1 on Reynolds. Mark a base hit and a run scored in the 4th. He came around on the 3-run home run by Parra. Talking about Chad Bettis and this young man Tyler Lyons. He's a couple years older than Chad, and they're both from Lubbock. They're in West Texas. And a strikeout. He left Lubbock for college, though. He went to Oklahoma State.
Tech let him get away?
Evidently. Parra a single and a 3-run home run against Lance Lynn. 13 for 26 in his career against Lynn.
And it was a no-doubter in the 4th inning. Couple guys on. And helped to stake the Rockies to a 4-0 lead at the time.
You want to put up a couple markers again after the Cardinals cut your lead in half. Cardinals, like the Rockies, carry 3 lefties in their pen. Brett Cecil, who they paid a lot of money to in the offseason. They also have Segrist down there.
Segrist was up for a lot last night. He almost threw a complete game out in the bullpen. He was up so much.
One, 2. And that is going to be a base hit. Parra is 3 for 3.
Well, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Righty, lefty, it doesn't matter. Gerardo's feeling it now. Average up to 281. Came into the game at 264. Odd smash. Past Garcia. See in between hop on the Subaru Supermode. Does not get any leather on it. That's all forearm. It's hard to catch the ball with your forearm.
Desmond a single and a strikeout. Desmond's seen Lyons 3 times, 0 for 3. This ball in right field near the corner, and it's caught out there. And Parra's going to tag and move up. It's a real good decision, a savvy move to get into scoring position by Gerardo on the long out to right.
Well, that's not the typical play when a fly ball's hit to right field. You think, oh, I'll go halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way, then they'll just jog back, get back. No, he saw that he was going to catch it, so then he immediately hustled to go back and tag up.
Amarista will hit. He's 0 for 2. Drove in a run on a ground out in the second. Rockies' first run. 2 outs trying to deliver Parra. You know, here Buddy could go. He elected not to, obviously. He could have gone Trevor Story, just even up switch. Get the right-handed bat in. With a 4-2 game, he may be thinking I may need him later on.
Yeah, only with the 4-man bench, and say, well, I might have to wait until the 7th or 8th inning to play that one.
And from a manager's
Trevor,
perspective,
though, he was ready.
Yeah.
He had the shin guard on.
And from Buddy's perspective, it's really a 3-man bench because you don't want to fire that backup catcher. So you're talking about Story, Valaika, and Carga. Hannigan being the backup today. This is sliced deep in the hole, cut off, and he got it. And Parra would have scored. If that was a safe call, Parra never broke stride, and he was halfway home. I think he would have scored, but Amarista was out on a good play by Jerko. We're going to take a look at it. As soon as it touches leather, so you know, in New York, that means they call that a catch. So as soon as it touches leather, doesn't have to, you know, the glove doesn't have to close, the ball doesn't have to disappear. 4-2 Rockies. Here's our Kubota pitching performance of the day. German Marquez gave up 2 runs in 5 2/3. This 1 walk, struck out 5. He's on the plus side. And Lance Lynn started and went 5 innings for St. Louis. And the Hokie gave up 4 runs, 6 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Chris Rusin continues on top of the order. First pitch strike on Dexter Fowler. Dexter's 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. First at bat for Dexter from the right side today.
Dexter hitting 205 right-handed. 9 for 44.
Quick pitch. And Chris
thought he had that.
I thought he had him.
Nope. Correct call by Ted Barrett, home plate umpire.
Goes quick again, and Dexter fouls back the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Runs, 8 hits for the Cardinals, 4 runs, 7 hits for the Rockies. Top of inning number 7. Dexter hit that twice. That was a TC Chen. That's a big smile we're accustomed to.
You can do it in baseball, but boom. All right.
Golf. That's a
Not
two-stroke
so much.
penalty.
Yeah, that's not good in golf.
Got him. Good pitch by Russell.
And you change up. You get the cup in the hand and the grip. Circle change. And then pronate the wrist at the end. You get the dive and the late movement.
Change up, that misses to Tommy Pham.
Maybe it's just because we've seen him here for 3 days. I really like Tommy Pham.
Good player.
Good player. Takes good.
Pretty good outfielder.
Yeah. His at-bats have been solid.
Yeah. You know, the Cardinals have a history of doing this with guys, coming up with guys. You know, going back to David Freese, Piscotty, who's not here. Yeah, Grichuk's had good moments in a Cardinal uniform, right? This ball's well hit to center field. We brag on him too much. Now it's 4-3. 3 solo home runs. And the Cardinals have tightened this thing up considerably. That's his second home run in as many days.
Hit the one 436 feet last night. Not sure what the distance will be on this one. But you have to supply the power when you're hitting a changeup. And boy, did he ever.
You know, I keep looking up at the flags, and it doesn't indicate that it's blowing out, but there has to be some kind of jet stream going out to center and right center right now.
But it's only 67 degrees, too. So it's not like it's an 85-degree day where we know the ball's going to be jumping.
Carpenter with a strike. With Jerko up next,
I think
you may see
I know where you're going.
Ottavino in the ball game.
And then Otto would more than likely, if he got Jerko, start off the next inning too.
Lexi's going to get Carpenter. Carp's pointed to his former teammate, Mark Reynolds, saying, my bag. I think he came close to spiking him.
Well, we're going to get a double switch. Trevor will go in the game for Lexi, but not before Lexi makes his barehanded off-balance throw. It helps that he's had experience at second base making that play, because that was a second baseman type of play from the shortstop.
So 2 outs in a 4-3 game. Ottavino making his way in from the bullpen to face the cleanup man, Jed Jerko. 3 solo home runs. It's now 4-3.
4-3 in the top of the 7th with a couple outs. And the Nebraska Cornhusker fans, watch the Rockies take on the Giants on Saturday, June 17th. You can purchase a special Nebraska ticket package to receive the limited edition Huskers-themed Rockies hat. And with the double switch, Trevor Story will go in at shortstop, hitting the 9th spot in the lineup. Adam Ottavino, the new pitcher.
And Ottavino misses, ball 1 on Jerko. Jerko homered last inning. That was the first run allowed by Marquez, and then 2 hitters later, Garcia hit a home run.
Adam's starting to rack up some strikeouts. Last outing in Philadelphia, 2/3, both of the outs came on strikeouts.
But it has, in honesty, been a season-long battle to consistently throw strikes.
And it's usually he'll fall behind and something will happen, and then he gets locked in. And that's when he'll get those strikeouts.
He is really hard to hit, especially for righties. We all know that. It's just a matter of honing in on that strike zone, and it's never been an issue in the past for Ottavino, the former Cardinal #1.
It seems like from day one in spring training, it was a struggle for Adam.
Did battle that in March. And it's 3-1. Ball 4. So now the tying runs on for Aledmys Diaz.
For Adam, with that walk, he's retired less than 50% of the first batters he's faced on the year. He's 9 for 19.
Walks. 19 in the 3rd. Diaz takes a strike. Fastball, and it's 0-2. Tony, who's so good at blocking pitches, has to be really on his game, because you know the slider is going to be in play more than half the time. There's a call for it. You don't want that runner in scoring position if he misses badly. 0-2. He got a wave at a slider, and Ottavino walks a man and then strikes out a man. In the inning, a home run by Tommy Pham, and it's 4-3. The Rockies will come up at the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to stick around for a rendition of God Bless America on this Memorial Day weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Colorado Rockies and Furniture Row are proud to host and honor those who sacrifice on behalf of us all. With us on the field today is Hospital Corpsman Second Class Daniel Amezcua. Corpsman Amezcua joined the United States Navy in November 2006. Following basic and advanced training, he was deployed to Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, and later to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. He was then transferred to the Naval Hospital in Naples, Italy. Corpsman Amezcua is currently assigned to Navy Recruiting District, Denver. Joining him on the field today are his 2 children, Benjamin and Brianna. Furniture Row and Denver Mattress are proud to present Corpsman Amezcua with a $250 gift card in appreciation of his service. Fans, please give a warm hero's welcome to Hospital Corpsman Second Class Daniel Amezcua. and all our nation's brave servicemen and women and their families. We thank you for your service and sacrifice. Fans, please rise as we honor our great country with the performance of God Bless America. Performing God Bless America today, representing the Navy Band Northwest, is Chief Musician Evan Viss. Please welcome Chief Musician Viss and join him by singing along to God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
All right, fans, remain on your feet for today's Team Super 7-day stretch. Sing along with Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
To 3, they had a 4-0 lead, 3 solo home runs, and the Cardinals are down just a run as the Rockies hit in the bottom of the 7th. Drew Goodman, Jeff Houston, Mark Stout, Tony Walters against Tyler Lyons. This will be Lyons' last hitter. Matt Bowman is warming up in the bullpen from the right side with Story due up next. And that's a called strike. 2 strikes on Walters. A line out and a fly ball to left. Rockies got a run in the 2nd and then a 3-run home run in the 4th from Gerardo Parra.
Lyons is one of those pitchers Looks like he's throwing harder than what he really is. I think he should be throwing 95, 96 miles an hour, and it just never feel like it gets there.
And he strikes out Tony Walters. Trevor's kind of looking over the dugout, expecting Matheny to come out, maybe because he got
with Charlie
on deck, that he got the first hitter. He's going to let him face the right-handed hitting Story. I think if he got on, he would feel differently and maybe mix and match for a while. But the presence of Charlie Blackmon, Matheny's going to stay with Lyons. Lyons pitched an inning and a third now. First at bat for Story.
And it takes us back to the daily press briefings. One of the questions asked to Bud today is, why the day off for Trevor? He's like, it's not a day off. He's just not starting. You might see him later on in the game.
Here he is. He's 1 for 1 against Lyons. He has a home run against him. In the air to right field, and it's playable out there for Grichuk. He's going in that direction a lot more. You're going to see some numbers put up by Story going forward. Charlie today is 1 for 2 and a sac bunt. On the season, he's hitting .332, and with that, he now in his career is a .300 hitter, right on the dot. It's ball 1. He's one of 16 active players with 2,500 plus plate appearances to have a career average of .300 or better.
Every major leaguer strives for, and Charlie's achieved it.
A lot of them can strive for it, but very few accomplish it.
That's what I mean.
16. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. And league average now, Huey, is last time I checked, it's at 248.
Yeah, and Charlie's so much above that.
Charlie was trying to give the Rockies a 2-run lead. 2-1. Ottavino will have Garcia, Grichuk, and Fryer 6, 7, and 8 next inning. I've seen that before. What do they call that?
I don't know.
(3-1). Charlie's gonna take a walk after that one. He fired a pitch that was in.
Very rarely does that happen with Charlie, but he was trying to ambush that fastball. He sold out to the fastball.
Yeah, that was in about 8, 10 inches.
I'm thinking fastball. I see fastball. I'm swinging fastball.
And he works underneath this one. He missed it a smidgen, and Grichuk will make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lyons. So he's pitched effectively, and we'll go to the 8th inning, 4-3, Colorado.
Coors Field, a crowd of over 48,000 strong are watching the Rockies take on the Cardinals. Rockies up 4-3 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Don't forget, tomorrow is Memorial Day. That's the most important thing we've got going tomorrow. But it's also Purple Monday, and the Seattle Mariners are in town. You can download the MLB Ballpark app to check in for your chance to win prizes.
Some of the pregame ceremonies from earlier this afternoon before first pitch. Greg Garcia, home run in his last at bat of 462 feet. He takes a slider for strike one from Adam Ottavino. Ottavino walked Jerko when he came in with 2 outs in the 7th. Then he struck out Aledmus Diaz. He's trying to keep the Rockies ahead. And the baseball to Greg Holland in the 9th. Randall Grichuk is on deck. And that's a
wiffle ball slider.
Wiffle ball sliders, right. 1 and 2.
Yeah, you hope to throw these in the backyard. Adams doing it in a major league ballpark. You know it's good when it locks up the opposing, a right-handed pitcher to a left-handed batter. Buckles him.
On one hop at DJ. And that is out number 1 in the 8th inning. Grichuk is 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. Grichuk with 54 strikeouts this year. It's one of the highest numbers in the National League.
He's 2 for 19 on this road trip for the Cardinals.
And it's just 5 for his last 36, but he's still a dangerous guy. He's got a lot of pop. Outfield straight up and deep, 2-0.
He has some speed too, so you can't walk him because he can steal a bag.
The count on Grichuk, but he's used Adam in this situation a few times this year where he'll ask him to get an out in the 7th and then work in the 8th inning. In fact, in his last outing, that was the situation in Philadelphia. Popped up and an easy play for Arenado. Out number 2. Cody Bellinger hit his 10th home run in his 31st game. Quickest Dodger player to 10 home runs in the modern era. 3-1 LA. That's again Kershaw and Lester.
The Cubs are saying at least we scored a run. They've been shut out for a couple ball games.
Dodgers can pitch. McCarthy 6 shutout yesterday. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Rockies. 3 of the top 4 teams record-wise in the National League. All residing in that NL West. I don't think any of them are going away. Fryer, come back. That's caught in the air. Nice job, Adam Ottavino. Otto does his job. He goes an inning and a third. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Rockies will try to get some insurance for Greg Holland. And due up for Colorado, LeMahieu, Arenado, and Reynolds. they're up 4-0, and then the solo bombs happen for St. Louis. They hit 2 in the 6th against Marquez, Jerko, and Garcia, and in the 7th, Tommy Pham hit 1 against Russin. Matt Bowman is on, and he's going to face LeMahieu, Arenado, and Reynolds. What's interesting is Bowman pitched on Friday, and it was a forgettable performance. He got just 1 out. LeMahieu had a single against him. Nolan had a double against him. And Mark Reynolds hit a 2-run home run against him. He gave up 3 runs in a third of an inning.
And that
will history repeat itself?
Yeah, it was 458 feet, the one Reynolds hit off of Bowman.
DJ takes strike 1. He's been robbed of a hit twice by Grichuk in right. He's 0 for 3.
Yeah, he's due for one of those blue bleeder type of hits. DJ started back in the 1st inning. Line twist down the line. Randall Grichuk on the run. Takes away a double, maybe a triple, and then in the 5th inning, the sliding catch. So instead of being 2 for 3, you're 0 for.
One ball, 2 strikes. On the ground, through the left side, base hit. So a lead single in the 8th for LeMahieu, and here comes Nolan. Who wants tacos? Folks, follow @RootSports_RM on Twitter, and then you'll receive alerts for the Rockies taco special when the Rockies hit that magic number of 7. Nolan today, a line out to 3rd. He walked and scored on the Parra home run in the 4th, and a fly ball to right.
Good save from Fryer. He didn't try to block that. He slid over and had his glove turned up. Just happened to go in the glove. Subaru Supermo and over amped slider keeps that from going to the backstop.
Interesting. And now the ball gets away. DJ's going to move up. Read the dirt ball, right, Huey?
Exactly. As soon as you start to see that catcher drop down, that's when you get a good secondary lead. And then when you see the panic, because he's dancing around, he's got happy feet. It ends up getting caught kind of in the legs of home plate umpire Ted Barrett. But right now, he's looking around, doesn't know where it is. Trying to look. DJ, secondary lead is 3, and then read it. There will be a pass ball. Or, I mean, excuse me, a wild pitch.
Ground ball, trying to cross over. They'll go to 3rd. Safe. Risky move by Diaz, and DJ beat the throw by a smidgen. You know they're going to take a look at this inside the Cardinal clubhouse.
Well, if you can beat the ball to that spot, that's when you go. Here it is, a close look on the Subaru Supermo. Foot in there. And then the most important words now, does he maintain contact in the bag? Yes, he does.
His foot's on the bag.
Foot's on the bag, and I'm not sure what they're going to look at.
I think that at this juncture,
you got nothing to lose if you're Mike.
If you're Mike Matheny, you're not saving it for overtime, right? His foot's on the bag.
And then, like I said, he never loses contact with the bag. which is the big thing and the silly part of this new rule that they have.
That's a tough read. Take us through. You were shortstop. It's a tough read for both the runner, because the ball's hit behind DJ, but it's hit hard.
Yeah, so, but once you make that decision and the ball's behind you, you got to go. As a shortstop, you're saying, well, I can't allow another guy to get in the scoring position. And the safe play is to go to first. But it's a bang-bang play. And
you can't, if you're DJ, you can't be indecisive, because you'd have trouble getting back to second.
Yes, and that's why with the secondary lead, it's hit behind you, you got to go. And you hope that you can beat that throw there, or he's just going to take the safe play and go to first. The other thing, too, is you can kind of angle out, so it makes it a tougher lane to throw for the shortstop to throw to third.
First and third now after the fielder's choice. Nobody out, infield in. Here's Reynolds, who hit the bomb against Bowman 2 days ago. Mark takes a swipe, no baseball. Good eye from Reynolds. This is where the change in DNA is going to serve Mark well.
When he knows he has the infield on the corners playing in, up the middle, they may be a 2 steps back, but there's so much grass out here. I mean, all out in there, he's got everywhere he needs to go to get a base hit.
So hard on a pitcher too, because you're trying to create a ground ball or swing and miss. So you're living in small margins. Reynolds has a good eye. Great average with runners in scoring position. Parra on deck. Here's the 2-1. This is looped to shallow right. It's going to drop. A run will score. Arenado had the read the whole way. He'll end up at third. Mark Reynolds makes it 5-3. Stay hot. 43 ribbies for Reynolds.
What was I just talking about with that infield in? Just get in a play. There's so much green grass out there. And he just drops it in there ahead in the count. He doesn't take this big, massive, wild swing. It's a controlled, almost a 2-strike approach. Ball runs back under the hands of Mark. And let me get it in play. And then Nolan at first knows that it's going to drop down. He goes over to third. And now you're right back to where you were a few moments ago, but you have one more run.
And now you have Parra at the plate, who's been perfect today. 2 singles and a 3-run bomb.
This is where you want another run. Get that jugular run. The way the Cardinals have chipped away, you're up 4-0. They come back 4-3. Kind of holding your breath a little bit. But now you get that one, add another one on. It'll help Greg Holland out.
Two and nothing on Parra. Buddy Black continues to push all the right buttons. Gives Cargo a day, inserts his buddy Parra. Parra has a huge afternoon. Cargo's got all the gear on to hit, with the pitcher spot 2 doors down after Ian Desmond to the double switch 2 innings ago. 2-0, and it's smoked to short. And getting back safe. Everybody's safe.
Boy,
Diaz.
What an inning he's had.
Decision.
He's had a tough decision-making inning. Tried to play at third base. That didn't work out. Now a hot shot. I know I've been there before. What do you do? A hard-hit ground ball. The first thing you got to do is you got to check the runner at third. Drive him back. Well, he didn't do that, so Nolan was able to dive back underneath the tag of Jed Jerko. And then once you do that, then you can flip the ball to second base, get that lead runner out, and then it would be first and third with one out. Instead, it's bases loaded, nobody out. That's how you would play it if you were a shortstop. So you know the ball's hit hard. So you got to check the runner because he can't take off. You can't afford to give up another run, but Nolan baited him into making that throw, and then you get nobody.
So here's Ian Desmond with the bases loaded. Desmond 1 for 3. Single, strikeout, drive to deep right. Ripped to third. Wow, that was a rocket. They'll get the out at home onto first, safe. Desmond got up the line. 1 out. Could not hit it harder at Jerko. And Cargo is coming up.
Ian, I mean, all you can do is put a good swing on it. Sometimes you can control where it goes, other times you can't. That one hit it right at Jed Jerko. And he was able to backhand it, get it off the Fryer. But Ian hustling down the line to stay out of the double play.
It's huge. It is really big that Desmond got down the line as well as he did. Now with 1 out, Cargo with the bases loaded. Give the Rockies hopefully at least a 3-run separation. They're up 5-3 right now in the 8th. Cargo had an 8-game hitting streak snapped on Friday night. Last night he went 0 for 4. Here's the 1-0. It's in there 1-1. Adam Ottavino went an inning and a third. No runs, a walk and a strikeout. His major league leading 15th hold. Ball and a strike. Patience by Cargo.
And that's what I was going to say. For Cargo, this is where you have to control it. You have to take the deep breath. Pitcher's in trouble. You're in the driver's seat right now. He doesn't give you anything to hit. You take your walk.
Third. It's not that deep. And here comes the throw home. Safe at the plate. Good slide, good coaching by Tony Walters. Reynolds makes it 6-3. Cargo got it just deep enough. Not a bad throw by Tommy Pham.
Not at all, because he stayed behind the baseball, got rid of it in 1 step. But it goes up towards the line. And then Mark sliding in and almost takes out Ted Barrett, the home plate umpire. Good slide. And then that's a hard slide for a guy, because most of the time you're used to sliding on your right side, getting away from a tag, whether it's at second base or at third base. But now you have to slide to the inside and reach with your right foot.
Both runners moved up, Parra and Desmond as well. Walters at the plate. Rockies have rallied for a couple of runs here against Matt Bowman in the bottom of the 8th. It's only Greg Holland up. If the Rockies, I think, were to put up 50 runs, Holland's going to be in the game. He has not pitched since the Cincinnati series. And they may put up more, because this is going to drop. They'll put up 2 more. Tony Walters. And now the Rockies have opened it up. It's 8-3, standing ovation from the crowd of 48,372. A lot of purple standing. The red is sitting.
What an inning it's been again against Matt Bowman. He's going to want to get out of Coors Field down as fast as he can. Gave up 3 runs on Friday night. And right now he's adding to that. Tony takes what he gives him. Base hit to left, couple RBIs.
And Huey once again, not real fancy.
No, but it's doing the little things. You take advantage of a few plays that the Cardinals didn't make, and now you're leading 8-3.
Ball on Root Sports is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Say yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo customers get your 2-for-1 Rockies club level tickets by visiting wellsfargo.com/Rockies. And by Tavern Downtown, get 2-for-1 draft beers after Rockies home games with your same-day ticket. We've seen the Rockies do this on a few occasions this year. They blow open a tight game late. They did it on Friday night against these Cardinals, a 2-0 game. Well-pitched ball game. Carlos Martinez departs, and the Rockies throw up an 8 spot in the 8th. Today, they've thrown up a 4 spot in the 8th. They've turned a 1-run game into a 5-run game.
On just 3 hits.
Walters, a 2-run single a moment ago. Here's Story against John Brebbia, making his major league debut. And the young man will always remember that his first pitch was a strike.
93 miles an hour.
One and one on Story. Story came in an inning ago in a double switch. He flew to right. Brebbia had 3 saves, a 1.69 ERA down in Memphis, striking out more than a hitter per inning pitched. Earned himself a call up. Run in the second, 3 in the fourth on the Parra 3-run home run, and now 4 here in the 8th. A strike. Hey, remember tacos again, folks. Rockies have eclipsed the 7-run mark, so go to Taco Bell tomorrow between 4 and 6 and get your Rockies taco special with Moss at Taco Bell. Look at this. You wouldn't think this with Kershaw and Lester on the mound. 4th inning, 10 runs already. Dodgers have been playing great baseball. We know the Rockies have been playing great baseball. Arizona had been playing great baseball. Milwaukee's cooled them off a little bit the last 2 days. Chase Anderson, the no-no into the 8th yesterday, and Milwaukee wins at Miller Park today 9-5 over the Diamondbacks.
Winner was Nelson for the Brewers. Patrick Corbin took the loss for Arizona.
1-2, good swing by Story.
And Corbin in his 4 innings, 10 hits, 7 earned runs.
He had an ERA about 4.5 coming in.
Well, now it's 5.14.
No swing.
Wilson Contreras hit a home run off of Kershaw. Javi Baez, and also Anthony had 3 home runs.
Well, the Rockies did that earlier this year against Kershaw. That's only happened, what, like now 3 times in his career, something like that. Story with a 2-2 count against Brebbia. And this ball's in the air to left. Pham is going to make the catch. And we will go to the 9th inning. The Rockies put 4 on the board in the 8th. They lead it 8-3. 3 outs from winning another series.
Rockies fans having fun. They're up 8-3 as we head to the top of the 9th. We welcome you out to center field. Jenny Kavanaugh with Ryan Spilborgs. We're getting ready for the Toyota postgame show. Good baseball to talk about today.
Good, clean baseball. If this score holds out the way it is, no errors today, 27-9 on the season. That's how you win baseball games. Good starting pitching, no errors. You don't shoot yourself in the foot and then let that offense finally catch up.
And the big 8th inning has been fun to watch this series as well for the Rockies. We hopefully will talk about another series victory for Colorado coming up right after baseball, guys. We'll send it back to you for now.
All right, Jenny. Appreciate it. Greg Holland, if you're wondering, he was Holland in the game. Rockies are up 5. Holland hasn't pitched since last Sunday when he nailed down his 19th save and 19 opportunities against the Reds in Cincinnati, a 6-4 Colorado victory. So you just got to get some work.
Well, and also when he was warming up, it was a 1-run game. So to sit him down, I know he could probably get somebody else going, but sometimes it's not about save opportunities. It's not about the stats.
He was up Friday because it was a 2-0 game, and then the Rockies blew it way open in the 8th with the 8th spot. He was up a little bit yesterday because the Rockies had loaded the bases down 3-0 in the 8th, and now he's in the game. This is Paul DeJong, and he hits a long fly ball to left field. This is his big league debut, and he just hit it out in his major league debut in his first at bat. Paul DeJong hits a home run. That, an unforgettable moment for the former 4th-round pick out of Illinois State. You can smile, man. Yeah. It's okay.
Look at the first guy at the dugout right there, Yadi Molina.
He had 11 home runs in Memphis, so it's not a fluke.
Now they got to try to get that baseball back.
That may be a little more difficult.
That's just the 3rd hit that Holland's allowed this month.
If you allow a hit as Dexter comes up, do it when you're up
Well, that's
by
why
5
all
runs,
those
now
runs
4.
last half inning were so important.
You know the wild thing in the history of this marvelous game, it's happened a lot that a guy in his first at bat hits a home run. How about 118 times? You may say, well, that's not that many. To me, that's still a lot.
Yeah, it is.
1-1 on Fowler, inside on Dex, who's 3 for 4. Four solo home runs the entirety of the Cardinal offense today. Jerko, Garcia, Pham, and now Paul DeYoung.
The last Cardinal to do it was Mark Worrell in 2008. Adam Wainwright's also done it for his first major league hit.
Worrell's a pitcher.
You were thinking of Todd Worrell. Was Mark too? You do know that Paul DeYoung was happy about that, as his teammates are too.
Swung on and missed. Harlan strikes out Fowler. First out in the ninth.
Mark Worrell, also a pitcher. 4 major league games. Fans, don't forget, Zach Brown Band will be here at Coors Field Saturday, July 29th. Go to Rockies.com/ZBB for more information.
I'm torn. I want to be in 2 places that day. I want to be in Washington with you and the Rockies, and I want to be here at Coors Field.
Spoiler alert. I'm not on that trip.
You're not on that trip. You're going to be here, aren't you?
Just saying, that Frontier Days weekend too.
Is that Frontier Days weekend too?
Sorry. Have fun.
Pham takes a strike. It's 1-1. 1 for 3, a walk. He had a home run in the 7th. That's what made it 4-3. Got everybody a little nervous. Two and 1. The Rockies have scored a dozen runs in the 8th inning in this series.
For Matt Bowman,
he wants to. He wants to leave, as you said.
1 inning pitch, 7 runs he's given up.
So Mark Worrell, former pitcher, is the last one. He's the 9th Cardinal ever to do it.
Yeah. Did you say 4 major league games, Doug? With 2 at bats. So he's hitting 500 in his career.
Greg Holland, who's from the western part of North Carolina, Asheville area. 2-2. Matt Carpenter on deck. 8 runs, 10 hits for the Rockies, 4 runs, 10 hits for the Cardinals. Para. And that is the 2nd out. Matt Carpenter is 0 for 4. Rockies put a shift on, and he went around 0-1. Alan Bossert, you know he's on it. He's going to trade some stuff and get that baseball for the young man, Paul DeYoung. Alan Bossert has worked for the Rockies forever. He's the visiting clubhouse manager.
Top-notch guy.
He's a great guy, and I think he sleeps like 20 minutes a night because he's in perpetual motion. He's
like the Energizer Bunny.
No,
Just
so
wind him up?
no. The Energizer Bunny looks at Alan Bossert and says, "Dude, you're tiring me out. I'm done." 1-1 with 2 outs on Carpenter. Ground ball, foul.
Get on your feet, fans.
Great to see these big crowds. 2 sellouts, and on Friday night, just under 41,000. Gotta love it. Here's the 1-2. He's got him. Ball game over. Another series in the hip pocket of the Colorado Rockies. They have played 16 series. They've won 12. They've lost only 2 all year. They're 12-2-2 in series this year as they take 2 of 3 from the Cardinals. They improved to 33-19 on the season. The Cardinals dropped to 24-23. The winning pitcher is German Marquez. He's now 4-2. Lance Lynn takes the loss. He's 4-3. And the Kitty Core starting rotation of the Rockies, they're 21-8 when a rookie starts. That is most impressive. Our Jimmy John's delivery of the game. Gerardo Parra, what a day. 3 for 4, couple singles, then the big blow. A 3-run home run to give the Rockies at the time a 4-0 lead. Rockies go on to win 8-4 this afternoon, and again take 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals. Now they'll get ready for the Seattle Mariners. We'll get ready for the Toyota post-game show. Here's Jenny and Spilly. Jenny, all yours.
It's going to be all about Parra, Drew. The Parra pose. And